Hello students, hope that you are fine. Welcome to my geography video tutorial of 9th standard. Today I will discuss about the material of earth crust, that is the rock. The lithosphere is often considered as a rock spheres. Rock refers hard, solid material like granite, but also soft and loose particles like sand, seals, clay also we will say as a rock. A rock is any naturally formed aggregated or mass of mineral matter, whether or not coherent, constituting an essential and appreciable part of the earth class. The minerals and other ways that if we will see, that is what is mineral. The mineral we can say that is naturally occurring solid inorganic substances, but they are not having any definite chemical composition and physical properties. Minerals are homogeneous and in their composition, and most of the minerals are compounds of mixture of elements. The most common rock forming minerals we can say that is silicate, which is the combination of oxygen and silicon, and this is the important element of the earth crust. In the important element of the earth crust is also we have seen that is Cl means aluminium, and also with the aluminium, iron, calcium, sodium also. Some rocks contain metal compounds in a large quantities that can be obtained economically, and these rocks are called ores. So we can say that is as an example, that is iron ore. Now next we see the types of rocks. Types of rocks are three types. According to their geologists have classified it is on the basis of their formation. Three types of rocks are there. One is igneous rock, second is sedimentary rock, and third is metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks is divided into two groups, that is intrusive igneous and extrusive igneous. Sedimentary rocks are again divided into three parts according to their formation, that is mechanically formed, organically formed, and chemically formed. And metamorphic rocks are the secondary rocks that is changed by igneous and sedimentary rocks. Now I will say about igneous rocks. Igneous, not only igneous rocks. So igneous rocks, these type of rocks having the nature of fire, high temperature, and they are of thermal origin. In fact, the word igneous, this igneous is coming from the Latin word ignis, means fire. In Sanskrit we call that is Agni. These rocks were formed by the solidification of fluid rock material, magma. Then next we will say that is I told you that the ignis means fire. So fire, from where it is coming? Millions of years ago the earth was a molten state, and it cools down in heavier materials and sank in the bottom after lighter material floated at the top of the molten mass. We know that this is the reason to increase the density of the earth's material from top to bottom and from the earth crust to the core. This way, the great internal pressure whenever is caused, then that increase the density to some extent. Igneous rocks cover about 85% of the earth's crust. They are also called parent rock because parent means from parent only we are coming, means parent means first rock. And there are other type of rocks are also directly or indirectly formed by these igneous rocks. That's why it is called the primary rock or parent rock. All igneous rocks are crystalline in nature. It means that the rocks that are composed of closely fitting mineral crystals, that is called the rock substances, and that is the igneous rocks. But these igneous rocks do not have any fossil. These igneous rocks is again divided into two types. One is extrusive igneous rocks and another one is intrusive igneous rocks. This intrusive igneous rocks. This extrusive and intrusive igneous rocks characteristics. Extrusive first I will discuss. That is, extrusive rocks are formed when the molten material or lava solids on the earth's surface of the earth. Secondly, we can say that lava spreads out of on the earth's surface and gets cooled down into this origin. These rocks are fine crystals and minerals because the cooling takes place very rapidly. Example, we can say basalt. Intrusive igneous rocks. These rocks are formed when the molten material or the magma solidifies deep inside the earth crust. Means means inside, X means outside. Magma is not able to reach the surface, so the cooling is much slower. These rocks have mineral crystals larger, and dolerite is the example of this type of igneous rocks. The rocks which get solidified at a great depth develop very large crystals, and it is called also plutonic rocks. And granite also we can say this type of rocks. And one another rock we can say that is hypobasal rock. What is that? When magma cools at the intermediate depth, then it is called that hypobasal rock. Now next see that the characteristics of igneous rocks. These rocks are hard and compact. These rocks are formed by cooling and solidification of part material called magma or lava. So these rocks are crystalline by nature. Thirdly, we can say the size of the crystal of these rocks depends upon the rate of cooling of molten material of the earth. Then extrusive igneous rocks have small crystals, which wherever intrusive rocks crystals are having large crystals. Because they are coming outside, that's why they are having small crystals. These rocks, means igneous rocks, do not have any layers. Acidic igneous rocks were formed by the magma having higher content of silica and lower content of metallic minerals. Basic igneous rocks are formed by the magma having lower content of silica and large content of metallic minerals. Up to this I am finishing my video, this one only with the igneous rocks. My next video I will discuss about slowly sedimentary rocks and the metamorphic rocks. Hope that it will be helpful for you. Thank you everyone.